Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Rob. How are you, my friend?
I am doing very well. How are you? A week after you made an incredible ride, part of the Pan Mass Challenge to Provincetown.
Yeah, it was an interesting journey, Rob. It was long, it was hot, it was rewarding, very, very rewarding. You know, the signs, I'm 24 because of you. Okay, I'll keep riding.
Yeah. You mentioned that that's something that really moved you a lot over the years.
Yeah.
And so were you among those riders I saw going over the Bourne Bridge during early Sunday?
Yeah, that's actually one of the more challenging moments of the entire Pan Mass is to single file line go up and over that bridge. And it takes cadence. It takes the group of varying different types of cyclists, the pace to go up. You know, it's slower than most people want to go, and you have to stay in cadence together as a group in unison. So it's very symbolic. And then, boom, you're on the Cape Cod Canal with the sunrise, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it looked like a beautiful morning.
Heavenly.
On some of the, I watched on the Bourne Bridge cameras. I was watching those riders going over. Well, congratulations on that, Mark, for everything that you achieved with the ride, and, of course, raising money to fight cancer. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Well, let's see. What else are you feeling good about?
You know, I'm feeling good about the podcast revolution. You know, with the training that we did leading up to the Pan Mass, which, by the way, my bike is hanging up and probably will not come down until April. I almost threw it in the water. But, no, that's a joke between some of the teammates and I. But you listen to a lot of podcasts, so I don't know if you listen to podcasts.
Sure.
Yeah. Where do you listen? What's your favorite platform to listen to them on?
I have used the iHeart app, and then sometimes I go just to Apple to look for something. There's several different platforms. It depends on what the topic I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think Apple's the one that most people go to because most people have the Apple phone, so it's kind of the easy button. And you have
like a default.
That icon. I think it says podcast, right? I'm a Google guy, so my phone is different than the Apple phones. But I think it simply says podcast, and you can search for any podcast that you want. I choose Spotify. I love Spotify.
Okay.
Have for a long time, so it's everything that I get Audible is through my Spotify subscription. But
there's an Audible app too.
But it's really a cool medium that I have engaged with for a bunch of years now. I call it brain sugar, right? Audible sugar, because instead of listening to those tunes that you've heard so many, very, very many times since however long you've been listening to those tunes, the Audible podcast conversation gives you value, gives you information. And I know the music feels good, and, you know, trust me, I listen to a lot of music, right? But the podcast gives you good, solid content, individual, what you want to be listening to, learning from. You know, you'll always be learning, right? Continue to learn. So you see me wearing my Instagram Live, people see me wearing a T-shirt that I got at a convention, a podcast convention a few years ago. But we have a podcast, Elements of Stiles. So we've talked about this a couple times, but I'm really proud because we hit our 85th episode, Rob.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going. And the model is we're talking to folks, business owners, professionals, real estate agents, loan professionals, financial advisors, and the sort about what they do and tell their story. So they are actually creating a commercial for themselves, if you will. And it's really interesting because these people, their stories are so unique. And the 85th episode, a friend of mine, Jay Bacrania, the life coach, I call him the Success Sherpa, really interesting. If you want to listen to a really cool podcast this weekend when you're doing yard work or what have you, Spotify or iTunes or Apple Podcasts, our show, Elements of Stiles, episode 85 with Jay, you will be blown away. You will be blown away. Really good stuff. And Dr. Joe from Thursday night, that's a podcast too. So if you miss it, right, you don't get home or you're not in the car and you don't hear it live, Thomas recreates it as a podcast. So same thing. Go to your Apple podcast or your Spotify and boom, the Dr. Joe show. You hear the wonderful musings of Dr. Joe and his I Am approach.
Well, you know, if you don't mind, too, I'll just put in a plug. A lot of the radio shows here do turn into podcasts, and we made it easy on the webpage. We have a podcast page now. You can just go. We put all the shows, the people who do podcasts, 959watd.com/podcast. podcasts.
Boom.
And you go there. We wanted to make it easy for people to get the audio because a lot of people want to listen on demand now.
Press the easy button, right?
Yeah.
So they're already streaming on your site, right?
Yep.
They're already there. Now they want to listen to the episode that they missed on Saturday morning, McNamara on Money. I missed it last week. Boom. I want to hit play now. I want to listen. I want to understand.
You got it.
And here we go. The easy button. I love WATD.
Yeah, we love trying to make it easier for you, so that's great.